Hi everyone, today we're making ice cream. This is the time of year where I crave for something that's cool, creamy and refreshing. I mean, it's not quite sunny here in London today, but this ice cream we're going to make is definitely going to put you in the right mood. So today we're going to make the most luxurious keto vegan ice cream that you ever taste using my favorite avocados. And let me show you how to make it. Okay, so the ingredients you need. First of all, we need some avocado. So they don't need to be totally mushy, but they definitely need to be ripe enough that you could scoop out the flesh. So that's what we're looking for. So these are probably about 250 grams each. They're quite large. If you're using small avocados, I use 3 of them. Okay, and then we need 2 limes. 1 for each avocado, so that's kind of the ratio. And then we need some coconut oil and we need some sweetener. You can use the sweetener of your choice. I tend to use powdered stevia and some vanilla extract. And we also need a small amount of nut milk. Soy milk, coconut milk, doesn't matter. We only need a very small amount. And this is all you need. How simple is that? So we're going to squeeze out the lime juice. And this is my favorite lemon squeezer. It's just so handy. I love lime. This is all my favorite ingredients rolled into one. Lime and avocado. And now the avocado. Perfect. Okay, now we've got the food processor here. The rest is really easy peasy. We're going to just add all ingredients together and blitz it. So now I'm going to just scoop in my avocado. They're nice and soft, nice and ripe. And this is a good recipe for avocado that's too ripe to eat. You can make them into guacamole or ice cream. And now we're going to add in the lime juice. So this is the juice of 2 limes. I love this little juicer, it's so handy. Okay, so that's lime juice that goes in. And now we're going to add in some sweetener. So the amount of sweetener you need really depends on what kind of sweetener you use. I use powder stevia, so I'm going to add in probably about 3 tablespoons. You kind of want to taste the mixture to judge whether you got enough sweetener. With ice cream, you probably want to go slightly overboard with it because when it's frozen, it will taste slightly less sweet. Now we're going to add in a little bit of vanilla extract. And finally, we're going to add in some melted coconut oil. This is going to make the ice cream really smooth and creamy. Okay, so now all we have to do is to blitz it. Okay, let me have a quick look. Oh wow, look at that. So that looks pretty good. So creamy. So the next step is going to be quite important. We're going to switch the attachment to a whisker. So the next thing we're going to do is to whisk the ice cream. So this is a really important step. And what you need is an attachment like this. It doesn't have to look like this. They all come in different shapes and sizes, depends on what food processors you have. But this is used to whisk egg whites normally. What we're going to do is to whisk some air into the ice cream. So this is quite a crucial step. This would make the difference between ice cream that is light and fluffy versus something a little bit denser. And if you don't have an attachment like this, it's quite okay. Just use an 8-beater, a whisker, a normal whisker, but just make sure you put some elbow grease into it because what you want is to bring out the light and fluffiness of the ice cream. And because I'm really lazy, so I'm going to use the attachment today. Let me demonstrate. Okay, so now I'm going to remove. We're going to replace the attachment to the whisker. And now the real work begins. Well, it's hardly work for me. And now we're going to whisk the ice cream. Wow, look at this. I mean, look at this beautiful, beautiful color. So now you can see the color has gone slightly paler, and that's because we put a lot of air in and the texture is absolutely gorgeous and velvety. So now we're going to put in the container. So one thing I forgot to mention is that when you are mixing or whisking, you can add a little bit of nut milk in there. I didn't this time, and I think you want to look at the consistency. If it's too dense, depends on your avocado or whatever it is. If it's too dense, you can add a little bit of nut milk to smooth it out. But today it's perfect, so I didn't add any milk. So now what we want to do is to take a container, Tupperware, anything that's safe to go into the freezer, and we're going to put our ice cream in there. So here's our gorgeous and velvety ice cream. I'm gonna just pour it in. Oh my god, the texture is incredible. Can you believe there's no cream in there whatsoever? The magic of avocado. Okay, it's so airy, and smooth it out slightly. It doesn't have to be super tidy. Great. So now put a lid on and put in the freezer. I say minimum 4 or 5 hours before it turns into ice cream. And I've got a batch I made earlier today, and it's been in the fridge probably for about 6 hours, 5-6 hours. This is what it looks like. When it's freshly out of the freezer, it will be quite hard. It's very hard. And what you want to do is leave it in a room temperature for about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes. So now I'm going to attempt to take a few scoops. So here's my spoon, here's my glass. Let's have a look. So you can use an ice cream scoop, obviously, but I haven't got one, so I'm gonna try this. You know, you watch those TV chefs, they can make those little ice cream shapes so beautifully. It's a bit crumbly, but I'll do my best. I'm gonna use 2 spoons to do that. Okay, scoop 1. Another one. My clumsy attempt. So that's our ice cream. Now I'm gonna just put a cup of raspberries on top of it. Can you believe this is not ice cream? I mean, look at the texture of this. It's so light and creamy. And I think it's time to eat. Wow, there you go. That's my ice cream. I mean, it's actually raining outside, but I don't care. I've got my ice cream. This is instant summer for me. So, so creamy and smooth. Oh, it's a dream. It's like eating velvet. Can you see that? The texture is beautiful. I challenge you, if you make this and serve it to your friends and family, no one is gonna think there's avocado in it and there's no cream whatsoever. So good. So there you go, that's the creamiest, most luxurious keto ice cream, and I hope you try it at home. So follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. I post the food I eat and recipes from this channel on a regular basis. So make sure you check out my Instagram, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.